Good morning to everyone. Good morning, sir, on the dais. It was reported recently that I think as late as yesterday or day before yesterday that the Secretary General of the United Nations has said that conflict prevention and mediation are two most critical, most important tools which are available to us to mitigate human suffering. That's a very broad and tall statement, and being the Secretary General of United Nations who deals with global conflicts, I am sure he knows his facts right. I will talk a little bit more about mediation with the context of MSMEs a little later, but before that, I have the very pleasurable and honorable job to welcome in our midst today two very eminent officials from the central government in Delhi who have come to join this event and to speak to us and to add value to our seminar here today. And the very fact that two senior officials have come, whom we will be introducing to you very soon, Mr. Ramesh Chandar and Mr. Garg. The very fact that they have come all the way from Delhi for this event actually goes to show the importance of the subject of mediation in the economy today, in the ease of doing business, in enforcement of contracts, and I would add particularly for the SMEs, and I'll tell you why. I also welcome the audience which has come here in spite of the slightly inclement weather. And I'm sure that you will go back with some additional information which will be helpful by the end of the day. I try to introduce mediation in my own way because of my interactions in the last 2-3 years on the subject with industries and corporates and as well as SMEs to some extent, have educated me as to what are the things that hold us back from mediation, and that is important to me, and I feel that is always important to also share. And I would do that in a couple of minutes. When we talk about ADR, we talk about mediation and arbitration in the same breath, but and so therefore many distinguished and knowledgeable people also assume that mediation is a variation of arbitration. But honestly speaking, for those who do not know, mediation and arbitration are like chalk and cheese. They're as different as that. And there are these misconceptions which exist around mediation, also around the fact that when you say mediation is much less costly, mediation is much less time-taking, mediation is not adjudicative but cooperative, facilitative. Many of such things are not known to the litigants or to the disputants. So it's not the fault of the people, but I guess it is the fault of people like us who should take the onus to spread the message about mediation to the members of Bombay Chamber to start with, and to the larger group of businesses, corporates, SMEs, such that there is a lot of clarity about the nuts and bolts of mediation. There is a question that is asked. So mediation is, I'll repeat something that has been repeated many times. The mediation is about bringing two parties together with the help of the facilitation by a trained professional who is called mediator, and the solution, if any, is arrived at jointly by the two disputants, only with the help of the mediator. So that, I think, is my own simple layman's explanation or version of what is mediation. It has been said that it is cheaper, it takes less time, and honestly, nobody has ever said, to my knowledge, anything about downside of mediation. But then even then, while people do not talk about downside of mediation, but people still fight shy of taking the plunge into mediation, and that hesitation is probably because of a lot of doubts and suspicions or misgivings about the nitty-gritty. The one question that has been asked to me many times in every forum, and that question is, what is the legal validity of mediation? And when a settlement is arrived at, how do we enforce the settlement? And my answer, and again a layman's answer, is that this question is not relevant. This question is not relevant because mediation by itself is a mutual agreement. If the two parties do not want to sign on the dotted line for a particular nature of settlement, they would not sign till the last day. And if you have signed, then obviously it is assumed that you want to implement it both sides, and therefore there is no question of how to enforce my mediation settlement. So that question has to be thrown out of the door in the beginning itself and not get into the legal debate and this and that and all that. I don't get into the legal debate. The question is thrown out. And I also collected some information somewhere, somebody said, and I have not validated it, that globally apparently only 2% of mediated settlements, not mediation, mediated settlements, have problems in implementation. So let's bother about 98% and not worry about this 2%, right? So when somebody tells you how to enforce mediation settlement, not relevant. So the other question that comes about is that, what is the cost of mediation? Let me just tell you that there is, unlike in arbitration, where we know that it can go into lakhs and crores also in arbitration. Mediation is much more transparent fee structure. It doesn't have any relationship with the number of sittings that you have, and the government has also made it quite competitively priced. And I think people will be amazed, and particularly the SMEs here who have come today, they'll be amazed to know how low cost mediation is. You'll be absolutely surprised. Now, at the end of the day, there is something that has to be mentioned, that unlike arbitration, unlike litigation, mediation is not final. It is not adjudicative. Therefore, all mediated mediations do not succeed in settlement. And again, the global data is about 70% success rate. And I think for a 70% probability to settle a case, it is quite worthwhile to spend 1 or 2 months of time before we get into litigation. So how is the law moving? How is the law evolving to promote mediation? The government has done a lot of changes in the law, and I think we have today here with us very senior officials from the Bombay High Court, whom we'll be introducing shortly, and they will share with you the perspective of what are changing, what is the changing framework of laws. Besides that, I would like to also mention that for SMEs in particular, there is a SME Act which provides for facilitation council for payment disputes with customers, etc., and that facilitation council, by the way, has the power, as per the Act, to even engage an outside body, like maybe our Center for Mediation and Conciliation. The Facilitation Council has the power to engage even an outside body, as per the Act, to do conciliation or mediation between SMEs and their customers. And I would like to earnestly request Mr. Garg, who is so nicely agreed to come here and join us, to help us to explore how that provision in the Act can be perhaps activated so that SMEs can even get faster service in resolving those disputes. In the past, such bodies or such professional platforms for carrying out mediation were probably not available. Now today, these being available, I think the government can look at changing the rules such that some of these bodies can participate in helping the SMEs in conciliation. So the last point is that why did we want to have this seminar on mediation with the SMEs? And let me tell you that we are going to have a series of seminars on SMEs, with SMEs. We may have in Navi Mumbai, we may have in Pune, we may have in other metro cities. We are going to focus reasonably strongly on SMEs, and that reason being, we have felt that SMEs do not have a level playing field when it comes to disputes with their larger customers. SMEs start from a weak footing because they have doubts about litigation costs. They do not have the financial muscle which some of their opposite parties have, and therefore it is the SMEs which need mediation most, and it is the SMEs therefore who need to be educated on mediation most, and that is why we have taken up this initiative. With that, I just want to end by saying that we have a interesting and absorbing medley of sessions and speakers, and I wish that you participate in that, in all the sessions interactively, and who knows, by the end of the day, by the end of the forenoon, some of you may decide to look at your portfolio of disputes, latent disputes or existing disputes. You may be convinced at the end of the day to refer a few of those disputes to us for mediation and thereby gain from the process. Thank you very much.